Yo, mate. Now, this is my third attempt on doing this video. Now, Cameron saw the 731SX. Now, I'll show you in a sec what's going on with that. But today, sure, those are share you guys. We're dealing with customers, and if you're a person who sells stuff or performs a thing that's needed, what do you call it? A purpose, a painter or a job. A service. Now, the customers supposedly all right, but they're not really, but they like to be a prick if they can. Now, we had a customer not long ago, I won't tell you what day, but not long ago, they said, "Are you busy?" I said, "Yes, we are busy." The black eyes, yeah. And, I was there, I had to, but, he goes, "Oh, I need to forward." He goes, "What, any chance to get forward today?" And the boss said, "No, we're really busy, bro. We can't handle what we've got there." I'm sure you are. Just blunt, and they just don't care. Could be nationality, could be their attitude. But yeah, it's hard to do stuff sometimes because people just don't have any patience. You gotta have patience in life, and yeah, it's just hard. But yeah, we've had a couple of people like that. People come on with moisture meters and say, "Oh, your timber's wet," or "Your timber's too dry," or just pick, picking people. We call them TCMs, thinkers. You're the one, the other, a thinker, or TCM. C's are EUNT, they put a C in front, or M is a moron. So you're one, the other, either you're a thinker, or you're a unt, or you're a moron. And yeah, if you are always harping on someone, you probably fall in the C category. If you're dumb, you don't educate yourself, maybe you fall in the M category. But if you're always thinking, you become a thinker. You might see what's going on around the world and you think, why the hell are they doing that? You become a thinker. So, yeah, think about it. You're either one or the other. Some people do nothing their whole life. Well, pretty well they're moron because they put up with issues. They put up with people lying to them. They put up with stuff. They might whinge to their partner, but they're just dumb. It's worth it. So, yeah, we'll get back to the camera saw. I'll show you what's going on. Now, I've got a saw at the moment. It's a Pharmatech saw. It's got the same issue. I managed to fix that. So there's your upper transfers on his saw. We'll talk about that. Nearly all transfers I've seen in the past, the upper transfer open up the carby side. This side here is the carby. This side here. Try to get light there, guys. They open up first, but as you see, it's low. It's low compared to the first transfer. Now, it might have been worked on. Supposedly, this saw has been poured. Normally, this one opens up first. Opens up second. This one here opens up first, normally. So as your piston comes down, you see this one here, you open up first. Piston comes down, and that one is second. So your exhaust is inside your cylinder as the piston comes down. Hits the exhaust port, starts spewing out the exhaust. Normally, this side will come at first and put fuel and air behind the exhaust and throw the exhaust out, giving some area for clean, fresh fuel and air. And this one followed up and give it a little bit more behind to push the last bit of exhaust out. Now, with this particular one, the exhaust opens up. This opens up and it goes above. It goes just above the piston as it gets below. It cracks this thing here. It's angled just like that. It's also angled to me going by this transfer. Angle back towards the car underneath the exhaust, and this one here that opens up. I don't like this. I've got a G366. I had the same issue with that. Now, it's not a new idea. It's been around for a long time. I've also got a Solo 670. It's the first time I ever saw it. I thought, why is this? I actually said in the video, has anyone else ever seen this particular setup? Because 90% of the saws, the transfers open on the carby side first. So I thought, wow, anyway, the Solo works. I should get one. The cylinders don't have more of a look, but they do open up differently. Like they open up the exhaust first and the transfer for the carby second. The saw I've got in the shed is a G366. It was the same setup as this, and what I did, I'll tell you, I can't do on this one. I poured this port here on the carby side. I opened that up and it made it crack just before this one. So I said this one would open up first and that one would open up second. So just the same as a normal saw. But I don't think I could do this one because the keep the wood talk. This one has a cap, aluminium cap on here. Not there, cap. Yes. It's an aluminium cap, and they're very thin. Now, Echo 7310s have got 6 transfers, so 3 on the side. And this one had 2 in the back here and 1 in the front, vice versa. I don't know how to part yet. I don't intend to. I've got other stuff I have to do, but I thought I'd make a quick video and just say, well, I think what's going on. Now, if you watch the video, I first saw today it was. The second cut, you hear the first cut, I tried it out, and it's rich. So on the video, I said it's too rich, so I decided to give it less fuel on the high, which I did. The second cut, the second cut, too much to realise. Second cut, I leaned out the high just a tiny bit, and not much, guys. It's like 1/60th of a turn, and I was cutting as you cut, it's going cut down, and the full load, it's going fairly good. I'm pretty happy, and you hear it started breaking up, and you further full. I'm pushing it quite hard in the saw, and going down, and you hear it's going to cut the coil, but I know it's going on. The fuel's missing with the exhaust, and it's just not burning the fuel in there properly because the exhaust's still in there. So your power comes to the upper transfers. Most of if you clean them up and make sure they fire and hit against each other at the same time, dead on, not like that or like that. How they go bang dead on. As soon as they open up, your fuel air, if you can see what's going on inside your cylinder, fuel air will hit smack on each other. When it hits like that, it'll go bang and start squishing up into your cylinder. And it causes the upper part of your cylinder to have fresh air and fuel, and your piston goes up and squishes all that, and you bang and you power. Now, going like that is important, but also the angle which they hit each other is important too. So, say my nose is covered, if it's going up like that towards my nose, angled perfectly, that's fine, and they're hitting it horizontally, dead on each other, that's fine. But if they go like that, and you angle one differently, like that, it's not going to work. It has to be perfect, and you have a huge mushroom cloud inside, and causes all the exhaust you've pushed out, and as much fuel there left inside the piston and our cylinder to create power. That's what's all that. A clean combustion and a clean bang. That's what's going on, so I guarantee. So I've been playing with it, so I haven't pulled it apart yet. No, it's going to take time. I'm going to do Harold one next, so it's all doing, guys, with that. If you want to do stuff like this, play around with that particular part, get cleaned up, and you put it in the sink. John Riley done a video on there we go. John Riley's a quite educated guy. He's like me, similar. I think he's like just mucks around. He works things out, and it's fine. But if you put your cylinder of jug in the sink and get water going down your transfers, and look at the way they flow out into the cylinder, and make sure both sides are doing the same thing. Like as I said, the angle, the dangle, if they're flowing dead on perfectly. If one's up a bit or round a bit further, you get there with your grinder and grind and get it perfectly done. And it takes hours sometimes. You might go, oh, just and yeah, that will change the angle so much. Changing the angle of where the water flows. Well, water flows similar to fuel there, so that's why we do it. Just check that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is being poured and the uppers have been changed. It does not take much to stuff them up. I know, I've done it myself on Neatech NH841. I done one of those and stuffed up, and it had caps like this. I thought I'll go in this way, blah blah blah. But I said stuff at the angle. I didn't water test it. So that's what it was. But yeah, guys, I think I know what's wrong with the saw. I don't think we're too much of a problem. Karen wants more compression, so I'll lay the arse of the cylinder off for him to get more bump out of it. But I want this in the hammer because no point having a saw that looks, it's a nice little saw, but if it doesn't perform and have power, I wouldn't send it back to it. I want to go, here's your saw with a 36-inch bar, and that you should be able to run this. Look, guys, it's a 73cc saw. You should be able to run a 42-inch bar on the odd occasion, no problems. It'll do your oil, really, if you get enough oil. You should be able to run a 36-inch bar, yeah, easy enough, but it's not performing the way I would say a 365. It's a Honda 365 from Husqvarna. It's going that way, but it's just not doing. It has got enough power to go. Wow, I'm impressed. It goes all right, but it's missing something. It might need a Tommy Affairs. It just needs a bit of more tickle up, I think. Anyway, guys, I'm over there. Thanks for watching. But yeah, more to come very, very soon.